in audio.
Stop talking about Aston Villa.
Yo, what's going on, people? I'm here right now. Hopefully, you guys are joining me from the other live. I've just finished it. The game has just finished. Aston Villa have lost 1-0 to Nottingham Forest, as you can see in my corner of my screen. Lost 1-0 to Forest in the first leg of the Europa League semi-final. Guys, I'll be honest. Make sure first and foremost you're smashing that like button. You are subbing to the channel. Big up to everybody that's gonna jump in. Let me just get into it as what's going on, Shells? What's going on, bro? Listen, I have to hold some humility today, guys, because I talk about Arsenal. I talk about all these different clubs that are doing better than Villa. And, you know, I talk about the style of play. I talk about how we've played. And today, we didn't do anything. And I know that Unai, away from home, first leg of the semi-final, he might try and be quite conservative. But that was we looked anemic. Do you know what I mean? Someone said in the other stream, impotent was a why, but we looked like we had no ideas. It looked like we had no verve, no fire. We created some chances in the first half, but then the second half came along and it got worse. Yes, we lost Onana, but it got worse. And what I'm seeing and what's worrying me right now is that it doesn't seem as though we have much ideas. It wasn't the best performance. It wasn't. I wanted us to come away with a draw at the very least. But 1-0, would you take it? I guess. But I think Aston Villa maybe midway through the season. Aston Villa last year, I'd feel way more confident because Forest now can just come to Villa Park and just set up shop. Do you know what I mean? And not have to do anything. Again, make sure you're smashing that like button as you're coming in, guys. Make sure you're smashing that like button as you're coming in. And let me know your thought processes about the game. Yeah. You know, I don't not have faith. I just think it just feels like we're on the decline at the wrong time. Yeah, I mean, I should make that the title of the of the video. We're on the decline at the wrong time. You lost to Fulham, lost momentum after like a 7-game unbeaten streak. That and the other, and then boom, an informed Forest side. And to be honest, considering the form that they're in, you know, we've done pretty. We held them. You know, they only scored because of a penalty. I'll get to that in a second. But when it comes to Europe, I have to trust Emery. I have to trust Emery. Depending on our performance on the weekend against Spurs, which is just as important, because if we beat Spurs on Sunday, we get UCL locked up, and we can kind of go into next week, Thursday, with kind of no worries or thinking about the weekend, which is why I think the game against Fulham was frustrating. We're lacking quality, and I said it the other day in my other match reaction. Go check that out. We're lacking quality. We're lacking that last bit when it comes to the final third. We can't just rely on Morgan Rogers. We can't just rely on moments of brilliance. We have to be able to fashion chances. And too many times did I see today is that, okay, when there's a breakaway, it's just one man or two people up there, and Forest have got 5-6 key people back. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Ali had a brilliant chance, missed it. Emi Buendia, anyone that watches my channel knows how I feel about that joke, man. I hate what he does to our team. He gets in the way, can't hold on to the ball. He always tries something fancy and loses the ball. Just terrible. But in Europe, we're not able to play Barkley. So he has to be in there. But I would do something. I would do something different. My encouragement to Unai Emery, and he's not going to hear this, but I hope he does somehow. Bro, especially if Onana's out next week for the next 2 games. We've seen against Fulham on Saturday, against Nottingham Forest today, Onana helps our team. And without him in the middle, there's less, we're a little bit less formidable. And if that's the case, slap McGinn there, man. Slap McGinn there, put Jadon on the right. Do you know what I mean? Or, yeah, if you're gonna maintain Buendia, then put McGinn in the middle for a little bit of firepower. Or you put McGinn, Dougie in the double pivot, you put Tielemans further forward, Morgan out on the left, and you bring Sancho on the right. Something like that. You need to do something. We've seen today that the bench is just weak. Transfer window, we're gonna have to talk about it, because we can't go into the Champions League with this kind of squad. It's really, really poor. It's really, really poor. Let me just have a look at some of these comments coming in, guys. Make sure you flood in the chat. Make sure you liking the video as well. Watkins' patch might have ended. You never know. You never know. You never know. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Now, not happening. But Villa Boys 3083, big up to you, man. Big up to everyone that's jumped in, man. Yeah, we do need to turn up on Thursday. Look, the key to Thursday, I'm going to say this now, the key to Thursday is Sunday. And I know a lot of fans will be like, oh, we need to rest players, this, that, and the other. We need to win on Sunday. We need to win so that that game on Thursday, it's a free pass. Win on Sunday, guarantee Champions League football, right? Guarantee Champions League football. You go into Thursday with freedom, and we can just turn up at Villa Park, a night game, you know, get the tifo going, get the fire going, get all that stuff going. Sorry, guys. Wrong cam. Get all that stuff going, and then we go again. Got the stupid timer going. Stop the time. Sorry, guys. Sorry, man. I just thought I'd get the match reaction out of the way, man. The sooner I get it done, the better. I can just relax for the rest of the evening. No editing, no nothing. And we go from there. But real talk, man. Not happy. We 100% deserve that loss. Well, you know what? Be honest. I don't think the game deserved the winner. I don't think Forest did anything special. They got a lifeline because of some idiocy from our left back. And let's talk about it. Luca Dean, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know the rules about penalties. You know the rules about hands, handball in the box. Why are your hands up here like you're in church, bro? I didn't hear no worship music. I didn't hear no praise break. I didn't hear nothing. But your hands are up here like a joke. What are you doing? And if that is the reason we go out of this Europa League, bro, sell him. Sell him immediately. Because you are a joke, man. You are a joke, man, for that. And, you know, got all these East Midlanders now. They're all gassed and all this. Shut up, man. Your team didn't do anything. Yeah, Elliot Anderson did a couple nutmegs on Morgan Rogers. And bro, that's not scoring goals. You got a fortunate thing based on someone's idiocy. In reality, Villa look more like scoring. So you know what? As I'm talking, I'm more confident about next week. I'm more confident about coming to Villa Park. Them coming to Villa Park and us doing the job. We are going to do it. So as much as we deserve the loss, as much as it wasn't the best performance, they're coming to our house next week, you know. They're coming to Villa Park. They're coming to B6, bro. And they're going to get that work. Pause. They're going to get that work. But you know what it is, guys? Anyone that follows me, anyone that knows me, anyone that jumps on this channel knows that there has to be a consequence for that loss. Has to be a consequence for that loss. And ultimately, we lost. So there's going to be a consequence. Saturday, we lost, and I was on a tier 2. Couldn't give it a tier 1. It has to go up. It has to go up because now we're in a precarious position. Now we are teetering on the edge of missing out on silverware again. Now we're on the edge of going out of another European competition at the semi-final stage. So I have to give, this has to go up. I can't leave it as a tier 2. It's not a catastrophe. So it's not the tier 4 or the 5. So it's gonna have to be a tier 3. And the problem is I don't have no milk. So we're going up to, what's this? This is the 3rd tier of the spices for me. So extra hot sauce, a ghost pepper sauce. I should have prepared everything before I did this, but let me go get my my chicken strip, which has already got some spice to it. God dang, here's my water. So, guys, you know what it is. You know what it is. 2 secs. Yeah, you know what it is. I just thought, you know what, let me just get it out of the way. Get out of the way. I'm not gonna just wait. Let's get this stupid challenge done in it. So this is a ghost pepper hot sauce. Yeah, I'm gonna slap it on my thing. Whoa, why? On my chicken strip. See the chicken strip? Slap that sauce. Oh, all right, cool. Aston Villa lose to Nottingham Forest 1-0 at the City Ground. It's a tier 3 ghost pepper hot sauce for that loss. Oh. You know what? It's not too bad. Slight work. Woo. Got a little kick to it still. Woo!
Funky!
Woo!
Funky!
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I can handle it. Woo! Yo. Woo! That's spicy, man. Nothing compares to the actual pepper. But still, god damn. Yeah. Second wave's coming through. But you know what? It's the last chili I'm taking for the rest of the season. This is the last hot sauce that I'm taking for the rest of the season. I believe that we're going to do something special. I believe we're going to make it happen. We're going to forward to next week against Forest and get that job done. Because you know what? We are the Villa. Yeah? We are the Villa. And we're going to win this Europa League. If you're on there, if you're watching the playback, clip it. I'll take my glasses off. Hold on. I'm just talking to this thing right now, yeah? I don't care that we're 1-0 down. Because them East Midlands Downies have to come to Villa Park. This time next week, I'm going to sit here victorious, getting ready for the Europa League final. I hope you know we're going to beat Spurs on Sunday. We're going to beat Nottingham Forest next week. I'm going to go lift that Europa League trophy on the 20th of May on the stand. So for everyone that's watching, everyone that's watching live, everyone that's watching the playback, just know I said what I said. I believe what I said. It's not over until the fat lady sings. It's not over until it's over. Yeah? And we go from there. So understand what it is. And make sure you like this stream. Make sure you sub to the channel. I'll be on the catch up tomorrow. Yeah, these men are going to try to say what they want to say about me tomorrow. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Because we will get silverware and go from there. But as always, as absolute always, it's up the Villa. Peace.